Hello everyone and welcome to this video here, which for me is maybe a few days late, but as the saying goes, better late than never. So I really wanted to get this out as last Sunday we probably witnessed one of the best Super Bowls of all time, especially with the dramatic comeback by the New England Patriots, down 28-3 at one point in that football game, to come back and win the Super Bowl, the Patriots' fifth in 7 appearances in America's biggest football game. And I think the biggest takeaway for me, there is always the question, did New England win the game or did Atlanta lose the game? I'm of the belief New England won the game. And let's get into it. First of all, I think Tom Brady definitely, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people's opinion as well, cemented himself as the greatest quarterback in the sports history by winning his 5th championship, the most of any quarterback to ever do that. Obviously, Charles Haley has 5 Super Bowl rings in his own right, 2 with the San Francisco 49ers and 3 with the Dallas Cowboys. I believe Brady definitely cements himself as the best quarterback of all time just because he had to organize that comeback and come away from a 25-point deficit away in one quarter against a team that was really dismantling him in the first half. Now, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words at how amazing it is what we just saw out of Tom Brady. And I am normally a guy that was against Tom Brady and, there should be asterisks under him for what the team went through with Spygate, what have you. And I think right now we all have to just let that go from what we saw on Sunday. To organize that drive, to make those throws, obviously getting helped out in some miraculous occasions with Julian Edelman making, one of the top Super Bowl catches of all time. Against the Falcons there. I just think how he organized the drive, how he calm, cool, and collect wasn't even much of an issue. And how he re-energized and refocused himself in that situation, that to me cements him. And as well, my biggest argument for him now being the greatest of all time is, he's come back multiple times in Super Bowls to come away with victories. And he's done it with guys that we're probably never going to hear about again. Like, look at who he wins the first few Super Bowls with. When your number one receiver's Troy Brown, that's a statement. He's done more with less than I think anyone's really done ever in their NFL football career. He's just, sets a passing record in this Super Bowl going for 466 yards, throwing over 60 passes, which was, to me, insane. Obviously, the circumstances generated that they had to throw the football a lot. He's done a lot with those guys. David Patton, Troy Brown. I mean, Christian Fourier at one point on this team as a tight end. Julian Edelman isn't Julian Edelman without Tom Brady making those plays for giving him the chance to excel with this team. So, I'm someone that had to let this go. I was of the belief, definitely for years, like many people, Joe Montana's the best. And you want to say, yes, Joe Montana did it against, such a level of play and, with not being such an offensive-driven league. But nonetheless, Tom's gone out there and gone to these championship games. You can't really take away the circumstances of what he's doing. And Brady didn't write the rule book, and he didn't make those changes. I mean, maybe there's a rule based around Tom Brady and the tuck rule that we really have never heard of up until that point. But he didn't change it for being an offensive pass-driven league. The league did. He's not under those circumstances. And I think a lot of people from the past, they just want to hold on to Montana being the greatest. But just what he did, what he generated in that game, and how he's turned a city into a football first city, because we all know Boston was pretty much basketball, baseball, football, definitely number 4, and a deep 4 after the Bruins. And the Bruins would definitely be, even in the midst of a tie for first, in Boston. So I think we have to give Tom Brady his due. I'm someone that had to put it away. I was just appreciating the greatness. He drove his team down the field in multiple Super Bowls now. Did it against the Rams. Now he's done it against the Falcons to win his 5th. I just don't really think there's anything else we can really say on why Tom Brady isn't the best quarterback ever. And it's not just from me. It's from Hall of Fame caliber talent that have played in the National Football League making these statements. I don't think there's any other argument that we can try to have that conversation. I'm more than welcoming having that conversation in the comment section or through social media, through Twitter, what have you. I'm willing to have that, but you turn a franchise, you make people better, you get people to believe in you, and you come back and with the biggest Super Bowl point deficit in history for a comeback. That to me is just super impressive. And the Patriots never led in that game. They only led in that game when they won in overtime. So, anyways, that's really about it. It's just a short little video here. Tom, I bow down. Everything I've said negative about you, we got to take away. It's a real pleasure to watch you play. You know what? The man can still keep playing. The man's got another 2 to 3, maybe even 5 years left playing at this level in the NFL. So that's going to do it for this. Peace out. Have a good day, everyone.